Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another electrifying video. Today, we're counting down the top 5 marksmen in Hero Wars Alliance, and this isn't just about who deals the most damage. These heroes bring control, team synergy, and battlefield impact that can turn the tide of any fight. Whether you already have some of them or you're planning your next unlock, this list will help you understand who truly dominates the backline, and why they deserve a spot in your team. Let's get started and see who made the cut. If you're playing Hero Wars Alliance on Android, now's your chance to save big with Huawei's app gallery. For a limited time, you can get up to 25% off the Golden Pass and receive 15% back in Huawei Points on every purchase, every day. This special campaign runs from June 9th to July 15th, 2025, so act quickly. Just click the link in the description and download the game through App Gallery. Your game progress is completely safe. Simply link your Google or App Gallery account, and you'll pick up right where you left off. Make sure your device country settings are supported, including Austria, Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Ireland, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Switzerland, Spain, Turkey, Ukraine, United Kingdom, and more. Don't miss these exclusive rewards. Tap the link and power up your Hero Wars Alliance journey today. Let's begin with Isaac. Isaac is more than just a marksman, he's a complete support engine wrapped in a damage dealer's body. When placed in the right team, Isaac doesn't just deal damage, he controls enemies, protects allies, boosts team performance, and holds the entire formation together. He's the definition of teamwork in action. His core ability is launching drones, and these drones do more than just look cool. They protect Isaac and all allies positioned in front of him. So if you've got tanks or bruisers in the front line, Isaac gives them a significant survivability boost. And when those drones activate, they don't just block damage, they heal allies of the same class. It's subtle, but powerful. Isaac is both a protector and a healer. Now let's talk about his high voltage module. This skill is crucial for the entire team. When activated, it pushes enemies back, and not just once, but twice for the frontmost targets. This creates space, interrupts enemy momentum, and most importantly, it reduces armor penetration on all enemies for 5 seconds. That means your team's defenses hold up better, and your physical attackers, including Isaac, start hitting a lot harder. It's disruption, control, and debuffing in one move. Then comes the buff. Isaac launches a new wave of drones that increase physical attack and armor penetration for 8 seconds, but here's the trick, it only affects him and the allies behind him. So team placement matters. Put your strongest backline damage dealers behind Isaac and watch them shine. Meanwhile, his damage output keeps flowing across all enemies. That's right, he doesn't just target one hero. His attacks spread across the entire enemy team, applying pressure everywhere. When you combine all this, crowd control, buffs, team protection, healing, and multi-target damage, Isaac becomes one of the most complete marksmen in the game. He might not top the charts in raw damage, but his value to the team is unmatched. He keeps tanks alive, boosts your backline, and weakens the enemy, all at once. And here's the final touch, pair Isaac with heroes like Sebastian, Nebula, or Polaris, and the synergy becomes incredible. Sebastian cleanses debuffs and boosts crits. Nebula empowers his damage with her balance support. Polaris enhances protection and control even further. Together, they create a team that's buffed, protected, and dangerous from the front line to the back. Isaac isn't just another damage dealer. He's the engine that makes your whole team work better. And in Hero Wars, that kind of team synergy is exactly what wins battles. Now let's unleash Cascade, the runner on the battlefield and one of the most crucial heroes in today's meta. Why? because Cascade brings a unique blend of power, control, and adaptability that few heroes can match. She's a rare dual threat damage dealer, capable of unleashing both physical and magical damage, and that flexibility makes her a nightmare for any enemy lineup. If your opponents rely on heroes who counter physical damage, no problem. Cascade switches to magical. If they specialize in stopping magical damage, again, no worries. Cascade will hammer them with physical attacks instead. She's like a wave that adjusts to whatever's in front of her, and still crashes through it. Her first skill, Hydrokinesis, sets the tone from the start. Cascade summons a powerful downpour that rains chaos onto the enemy team. It's not just about raw damage, she steals armor and magic defense from her enemies, leaving them wide open for follow-up attacks. And it gets even better. This ability can silence opponents, blind them, and continuously lower their defenses, all while dealing both physical and magical damage. In short, it weakens the enemy's ability to fight back while empowering your team's every move. Then comes Tidal Wave, one of the most visually striking and mechanically disruptive skills in the game. Cascade dives through the enemy formation, moving from front to back and then returning to her original position. As she surges through their lines, she knocks them out of formation and deals steady damage across the board. It's the kind of chaos that breaks enemy synergy and opens the door for your team to take control. But she's not done. Her third skill, Refluence, kicks in the moment she returns to her position after using Tidal Wave. This skill applies Sudden Armor, a unique debuff that lasts for 8 seconds. Here's how it works: every time your allies deal damage to the enemies affected by Sudden Armor, they take bonus damage of the same type. So whether your team is focused on magic or physical attacks, Cascade ensures that every strike hits harder. It's like she's multiplying your team's offensive pressure by amplifying whatever type of damage you're already dealing. And then comes Elemental Surge. This is the intelligence behind her chaos. Cascade analyzes the battlefield like a combat computer. If an enemy's armor is higher than their magic defense, she attacks with magic. If their magic defense is stronger, she switches to physical damage. It's automatic. It's reactive. And it always targets the enemy's biggest weakness. That makes her not only powerful, but smart. She adapts in real time, and never wastes a hit. Now, to truly unlock Cascade's full potential, pair her with support heroes like Nebula or Polaris. Nebula boosts both physical and magical attack, making Cascade's hybrid damage even deadlier. Polaris amplifies all damage by 50%, which turns Cascade's chaos into pure devastation. Together, they transform her into one of the most versatile and dangerous marksmen in the game. Cascade doesn't just run across the battlefield, she reshapes it. Whether it's through disruption, weakening enemies, or dealing smart damage that adapts to the fight, she delivers everything you want in a top-tier marksman. And when the rest of your team is built to support her, the tide of battle is already in your favor. Now let's talk about Dante, the spear-wielding marksman known for his deadly physical damage and incredible dodge buffs. Dante isn't just a backline sniper. In fact, I love to use him as a frontline tank. Why? Because when he takes more hits, he gains more energy, and that means he unleashes his powerful skills faster and more often. His skill set is tightly connected, especially his first, second, and fourth abilities, and when they work together on the battlefield, the impact is huge. Let's start with his first skill, Instrument of Fate. Dante throws 4 spectral spears at the enemy team, dealing heavy physical damage. But here's the twist, it doesn't just hurt them. It knocks them backward, messing up their formation and forcing them to reposition. That alone can disrupt enemy synergy. But it gets even better. His third skill, Retribution, activates whenever Dante or any of his allies dodges an attack. Every successful dodge triggers another spectral spear, which automatically targets and pushes the nearest enemy further back. This creates constant pressure on the enemy frontline, keeping them off balance and making it harder for them to protect their backline. And now the real magic happens with his fourth skill. Every time a spectral spear, from either his first or third skill, hits an enemy, it reduces that enemy's main stat for 7 seconds. It's a powerful debuff that makes the front lines crumble faster. Then there's Foresight, his second skill, which gives all allies a dodge buff for 7 seconds. This doesn't just help your team survive, it triggers more retribution spears, which means more damage and more disruption. Personally, I love to play Dante in the front, but he's flexible. Pair him with Corvus or Octavia to enhance his dodge, or run him alongside Heidi. Dante holds the front line while Heidi dishes out magical damage from the back. And don't forget the classic support duo, Sebastian and Nebula. Sebastian boosts critical hits, making Dante's damage spike even harder. Nebula enhances physical attack, keeping that spear damage flowing like a storm. Dante is more than just a marksman. He's a moving wall of pressure, constantly damaging, disrupting, and weakening enemies. With the right setup, he doesn't just hold the line, he pushes it forward. Lara Croft, the most wanted special hero in Hero Wars Alliance. Many players never got the chance to unlock her, and honestly, that's a shame. Because Lara isn't just good. She's the best special hero the Alliance version has released so far. If you weren't able to get her, don't lose hope, maybe one day Hero Wars Alliance will bring her back through a limited time event. Fingers crossed. But for those lucky enough to have her, let's talk about why Lara Croft stands out among all marksmen, and why she's such a powerhouse on the battlefield. Let's start with her first skill, Power of the Tombs. Lara activates an ancient relic that deals damage to all enemies, but that's just the start. While the relic is active, the allied hero under its effect gains energy. That means Lara is damaging opponents and energizing your team at the same time. She's not just dealing damage, she's fueling your entire squad. Now her third skill, Steady Shot, adds control to the mix. Lara fires an explosive arrow straight into the heart of the enemy team. The explosion doesn't just target one hero, it affects everyone in the blast radius, dealing heavy damage and stunning them for 3 seconds. This gives your team a huge opening to strike while the enemy is stunned and out of formation. But what really takes Lara from great to elite are her second and fourth skills. These are the game changers. Her second skill, Critical Thinking, makes her a self-sufficient powerhouse. For 8 seconds, Lara increases her own critical hit chance and critical hit damage. She doesn't need a support hero to boost her, she boosts herself. That makes her incredibly dangerous right out of the gate. And yes, if you do pair her with support heroes like Nebula or Sebastian, her critical power goes even higher. But the point is, she doesn't rely on anyone. Lara is built to dominate on her own. And now, the skill that brings it all together, her fourth skill, Lost Knowledge. From the very beginning of battle, Lara starts increasing her own physical attack by 5% every second. That means the longer the fight goes, the stronger she becomes, and it stacks fast. But there's more. This skill ties directly into her weapon artifact, and that's where things get really impressive. The higher her artifact level, the more powerful the bonuses she receives. These aren't small bonuses either, we're talking magic attack, armor, magic defense, armor penetration, magic penetration, critical hit chance, and dodge. And here's the kicker, these bonuses don't repeat, they rotate. So throughout battle, she keeps gaining new advantages that make her stronger, tougher, and deadlier. In short, Lara is a damage machine. Every one of her skills delivers impact, even her control skills hit hard. She builds her own power over time, supports her allies by generating energy, and her artifact transforms her into a true battlefield monster. Despite being part of the Progress faction, she fits seamlessly into many team compositions. Her flexibility is another reason why she's so valuable. If you haven't played with her yet, I'm sorry, you're really missing out. But let's hope Hero Wars Alliance brings her back soon so more players get the chance to experience just how amazing Lara Croft truly is. And closing our top 5 list is none other than Astrid and Lucas, a truly unique duo that breaks the mold of what you'd expect from a marksman. Astrid alone is a strong damage dealer, but it's the synergy with Lucas that really sets them apart. Together, they're not just about damage, they bring control, disruption, and frontline support, giving your whole team the breathing room it needs to operate safely and effectively. Let's start with their first skill. Go for it, Lucas. When Lucas enters his rage form, the real battle begins. Here's the twist: while Lucas is in rage, he takes the damage instead of Astrid. That makes Astrid incredibly durable for a marksman, and Lucas essentially becomes a temporary tank. But Lucas doesn't enter the fight at full power. He starts with only 25% of his maximum rage. However, every time Astrid deals damage, Lucas charges up faster, reaching 50% instead of 25%, and that brings him to the front line, where he absorbs hits and pushes back any enemies trying to invade your backline. Lucas loses 7% rage every time he takes damage, and when his rage drops, he returns to passive form. But during that window, he disrupts enemy formation and buys time for your team to strike. He's a damage-dealing pet that also controls enemy positioning. That alone makes him a game-changer. Then there's Rampant Nature, a pure offensive buff. Astrid uses it to boost her attack speed by 200%, but if Lucas is active in rage form, he receives the boost instead. That means even more pressure from the front, especially when combined with the third skill. Predator Charge, another Lucas exclusive buff. While in rage, Lucas passively increases his damage by 6.5%. He becomes more aggressive, more punishing, and continues to act like a bruiser, disrupting and damaging anyone that comes near. Finally, their fourth skill brings damage and control together. Every time Astrid attacks, she applies a tracker mark to a random enemy for 4 seconds. If Lucas strikes an enemy with that mark, they get stunned. This adds another layer of control, allowing you to stall enemies while your team capitalizes on the opportunity. So yes, Astrid is technically a marksman. But in reality, she and Lucas function like a mini duo of damage, control, and tanking. They hold the line, disrupt enemy rhythm, and apply constant pressure to the battlefield. And that's exactly the theme we've seen across this entire video. Marksmen aren't just simple backline hitters. The best ones bring more than just raw damage. They control enemies, protect allies, and empower your team in unique and powerful ways. Whether it's Isaac shielding and buffing, Cascade adapting her damage type, Dante disrupting and debuffing, Lara overpowering with critical hits, or Astrid and Lucas turning into a dynamic duo, marksmen deserve a special place in every team. They hit hard, they hit smart, and they make the difference between surviving and dominating. And there you have it, Guardians, the top 5 marksmen in Hero Wars Alliance. From Isaac's tactical support and control, to Lara Croft's relentless critical power, and the disruption brought by Dante, Cascade, and Astrid with Lucas, each of these heroes brings more than just raw damage. They shape the battlefield, support their allies, and challenge the enemy in unique ways. That's what makes marksmen in Hero Wars Alliance so essential. They don't just deal damage. They define the fight. Now I want to hear from you. Who's your favorite marksman, and which team combos have worked best for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I always enjoy reading your strategies and insights. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Until next time, stay sharp, play smart, and lead your team to victory. Salute and friendship.